Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 29th of February.
Good morning. Also ahead today. Let's tell you what's coming up here later in the programme. The Stranglers have been making music for 5 decades. They're still going strong. Jean-Jacques Burnel and Baz will be talking to us about their latest album. The Stranglers, fantastic band. Aren't many bands from that heady punk rock era that have stuck around. The Stranglers are an exception. They've had a few lineup changes along the way, but they have released a new album. They're getting ready for a European tour too.
Well, JJ Burnel and Baz from the band will be with us in a moment. First, here's a look at one of their classic hits. Peaches, performed live a few years ago.
Well, there goes a girl in a hat. She got me going up and down. She got me going up and down. Walking on the beaches, looking at the beaches.
And here they are, Jean-Jacques Burnel and Baz. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Well, you have a top fan here. She saw you when she was
First gig ever.
only 12.
Yeah.
Your parents let you come to see the Stranglers when you were 12?
I know. And the Nice and Sleazy tour, and not only that, but I remember a certain lady getting up on stage and she was wearing a trench coat when she walked on the stage and she wasn't by the end.
That's right, Linda. Yeah, I remember.
Linda. Yes, that was etched on my mind. Anyway.
Yes.
For a 12-year-old, I'm outraged.
Are you?
If I was your father...
Any naked ladies on the current tour? Or if it's almost...
You never can tell. Sometimes, you know, they take it upon themselves these days. So.
To perform that role.
Yeah.
There aren't that many bands, we were saying, there aren't that many bands who've stuck it out for 35 years, is it?
37?
37
38?
Don't stop.
1974 was when you formed.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right. So what has been the secret of your longevity?
Talent.
And
simple.
talent. And energy.
And a thick skin, I think.
Why
Really?
a thick skin? Actually, I remember reading an interview where you said in the first few years you were hated. By who?
Well, by a lot of people. We developed a ghetto mentality. I think the first time we realised that people wanted to murder us, we decided that we had 2 choices: either run off stage or front it.
Why though? I mean, you did seem like quite a separate band because I didn't see you as a. I mean, you weren't hard punk, you weren't really pop. Was it because you were a new entity?
We represented something that the tabloids had made a big deal about. And although we weren't, we weren't the Sex Pistols or the Clash, we were the band who were playing most outside of the metropolitan areas. And yeah, it was kind of the gunslinger syndrome, you know. Oh yeah, we'll show them those London types, you know, how tough they really are.
And Baz, there's always been a certain darkness about it, I mean, partly the fact that so much black got worn.
Well, you know, here I am.
There you are, and you're holding true. When people come and see you now, is there that same sort of slightly antagonistic energy that people still getting, or or is it more nostalgic?
No, it's a mixture of both. I mean, we like the. Obviously, you've got to have one foot firmly in the new, and you can't deny a history of 30-odd years. So there's a nod to that as well, and it's great fun because most of the audience have. Well, a lot of the audience haven't got hair like me now, you know, and it's great to see all the bald heads bobbing around and stuff. But then, of course, they're bringing their kids, they're bringing their own children as well.
Yeah.
So it's a generation thing, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, who's only been in the band 12 years, you know, which is not very long.
You're a baby.
I'm just a baby, really, you know.
And for those people who love the Stranglers and love your bass lines and the keyboard, of course, keyboard riffs as well, those things are very, very particular to the Stranglers, and they're very apparent in the new album as well. How do you start that songwriting?
There's no rules. There are no rules. You know, sometimes you'll have a lyrical line, sometimes you'll have a title, sometimes you'll have a riff, sometimes you'll have a melody, and we just somehow we construct them from all the various bits.
Like, this is No More Heroes. Let's have a listen.
Oh.
No, the sound's gone. And, oh.
Whatever happened to Peter Trotsky? He got an ice pick. The name is his boy. Whatever happened to Tito Lennon? The great amoeba and Central Council. Whatever happened to the heroes?
Look at that.
Special anniversary
Fantastic.
concert that was at the Roundhouse, then, was it?
That's right, yeah.
That's in
It was
Camden, isn't it?
actually
Yeah,
30
Chop
nights, 30 years to the night when we'd beaten The Who and the Stones' record for consecutive nights at the Roundhouse. And we played the same set list.
Did you?
We found a copy of the same set list and we played it. Yeah.
Actually, your first song on your album, your new album, is about Camden, isn't it? We were talking about the Roundhouse in Camden.
Yeah, but
Isn't it an instrumental?
Yeah, it is an instrumental, but it's kind of it was not going to be. But when we heard the instrumentation, we just left the vocals off. It was about that. Do you remember that lady who got mugged at Euston Station, and they nicked her handbag, and then she chased after them, landed on the bonnet, and they drove over her. And I just thought it was shocking, you know.
So you left
so
it
it was just
without
another day
lyrics?
at the office for them,
Yeah.
for the thieves. You know.
Yeah. Is it still the same guitar, the bass guitar, yours? Because it's still very much the same. The band generally has the same sound. Is it still the same guitar?
It's not actually. No, I'm not using a Fender anymore. I'm using a British-made guitar called a Shuka, but it's based on the Fender.
Still very
position,
distinctive. Yeah.
Can I have a look at your fingers, the fingertips?
yeah.
Well, because...
She learned the bass. She learned how to.
Now plotted.
Shall I just climb out of the way?
Sorry, no.
Clamber over me.
There is a
Steady
reason
on.
for there is a reason for this because, well, actually they're not as callous
They're
as I
quite soft.
thought they'd be. But with all those sort of bass lines that you're doing constantly, night after night after night.
What's my future?
You're going to live a long time. The Stranglers are going to go on for decades.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's hard work, isn't it?
It gets easier. It's actually when you play acoustics that you get the cadences.
Thinner
Basses,
strings.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm almost embarrassed to say this, you know, because Stranglers music has, although it was sort of very cutting edge and rebellious at the time, it has over the years become part of the common culture to the extent that one of your songs was once used for a dance in Strictly Come Dancing. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. I did the Viennese waltz to Golden Brown.
You did?
I did. It was a disaster.
Well, yeah, because you can't
No, the music
dance
was all right.
to-
The music was.
can't dance
you
to
find
that.
that on
You
YouTube?
can.
I'd like
If you
to see that.
If you
I'll tell
remember the steps, you can.
Well, it's not quite a waltz because it's 3 bars of waltz time, then 1 of 4.
Yes.
That throws you.
Is that where we went?
That's where you went wrong.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
13,
you can't
So
dance
most
to it.
people say that you can't dance to Gordon Brown, but you actually try to do it on the telly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it didn't work. And now
All
you
these
know.
years I've been wondering.
Oh,
All right,
it's
guys,
a
thanks very
pleasure
much.
meeting you both.
And
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Stranglers' new album, Giants, is out next Monday. The tour starts this Thursday in Leeds.
I'll be one of the headbangers. It's 2 minutes past.